What's up, guys? Fico here. It's 2:23 in the morning, and I didn't think it would be right if I went to bed and I didn't give you guys a quick, obvious update about E3 and about everything that I saw today. First off, yes, I did see every single one of the conferences that were given today. I saw a bunch of footage. I alternated between game trailers and IGN. I ultimately stuck with IGN because the problem with game trailers is now is in correlation with Spike TV, and Spike, they always like to just post these stupid little ads down at the bottom. And I was trying to get all those screen captures. It would constantly be giving me these ads during the game presentation, and it was annoying. It was kind of annoying, and I decided I was just like, I'll use IGN. Their stream got better, and I ultimately just stuck with them. I left it recording, and I got every single one of the conferences. Now, as for what I thought of each and every one of those conferences, I'm going to reserve my comments of those, because the thing is that I'm trying to coordinate with my friend Victoru to see if we were going to do a collaboration like we did last year about E3. We would go like on a little bit of an in-depth as towards each one of the E3's conferences. I do also plan on doing a video about the overall event. So I was thinking either doing this big, beefy, fat one, or just each and every single one of them in one at a time. I think a lot of people saw the Xbox One reveal, and I think everybody liked it. So I wouldn't mind doing a recording for each and every one of the conferences. Considering that Sony's was the longest, followed by the Microsoft one, and both EA and Ubisoft's conferences were both kind of sort of around the same length, I think I'll just do Microsoft, then put both EA and Ubisoft both together, and then I'll do the Sony conference as well. As that's of course according if towards what Victoria is going to be doing. I might just do them anyway, just in case, because I had a schedule change at work, so I don't know how much of that is going to affect my ability to be able to get with him in order to coordinate this thing to happen. So we'll just have to wait and see if there's like any sort of changes in developments. I know that tomorrow is the Nintendo Direct stream. It's not a conference. It's like a Nintendo Direct. I think there's another thing happening tomorrow. I'm afraid I just don't know at the moment. I'm kind of tired. I just, but the Nintendo Direct. That's the one that I'm looking forward to for tomorrow. I know that E3 goes throughout the rest of the week. I am going to be watching the rest of the footage and the rest of the stuff. I also do want to give my my picks towards what I think the best games that were shown in E3 were, and which ones will be the ones, in my opinion, that will be like, maybe I'll do like a top 10 most anticipated games throughout the next cycle of games. I want to say a few things. Microsoft definitely came and brought their guns. They came and showed people games. They didn't waste the time in games, and they showed a lot of games. EA also came and showed games, but kind of felt like maybe majority of that stuff we might have already known that already through the last couple of events, so it wasn't that much of a surprise. Ubisoft was when it comes to Ubisoft, these conferences, I told Anne, Ubisoft conferences usually either are very good or very catastrophic. And there's a billion ways that this conference could have gone catastrophic, thanks to a specific person. But at least it didn't get in the way from seeing a ton of cool stuff in it. And then in the end, Sony giving us the longest conference, and I think a lot of people have already declaring them as like the winners. Um, but I have to say, it's between them and Microsoft, and I really feel bad for Nintendo. Seriously, I mean, Nintendo's got to show their guns tomorrow, but they have a big mountain to climb. Seriously, because Sony is definitely sticking with their direction towards trying to get gamers. They revealed the console, and they revealed its price, and they revealed its release period time. And I will get into more details onto all of those things later, but it's been an amazing first day. I mean, games that blew my mind. Watch Dogs, obviously. I mean, that was last year's game in E3, and I'm almost certain that if it had its way, it'd probably be this year. But Destiny is also a very, very good game that is taking everybody by not by surprise, because I mean Bungie is amazing, and Titanfall. I didn't know anything about Titanfall. I mean, this is Respawn Entertainment's first game. This is the company that came out of the founders of Infinity Ward's scandal, and then all of a sudden we were waiting for something to come, and then all of a sudden Titanfall comes out, and I see how it's shown and presented, and I honestly, I was very, very impressed. Sony left me with a lot of announcements, and so did Microsoft. Between the other two, I wasn't really all that surprised from everything that they shown, but I will tell you one thing. E3 is on its way for a very stupendous start. The console wars are right there. They've been initiated. They started. The flame wars are already begun. People are saying that Microsoft is all too expensive and it's too restricted, and they're trying to control what gamers are doing. Blah 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 blah. We're all for all what we know, their games are probably better, but Sony definitely retaliated with the reveal of the console, with its lineup of games. Let me give you they brought their stuff. They really, really. I'm pretty much. You know what? Screw it. I'm going for the record. I mentioned before how I really, really, really needed Sony to convince me, because they've constantly been letting me down. But from what I saw, I never wanted to get a PlayStation 3. Never been interested in the PlayStation 2. But I think they convinced me to finally be like, you know what? When the PlayStation 4 is already available on pre-order, by the way, I might actually pre-order the PlayStation 4. Because there are certain things from the Xbox One that I'm still not certain at a totally sure way. And if either one of them was going to come out, I'd probably get the I wouldn't know which one to get first yet, but depends on the launch lineup, I guess. I would have to just see what's going on. I mean, right now, like it said, as it comes to being said, like the majority of the backwards compatibility is gone, so you will have to start from zero. But we're just going to have to see. There's a ton of information that I have to see if I can find out about. But I just wanted to do a quick vlog as to what I'm going to be doing with the E3 footage that I've captured. Like I said before, I might actually do videos on my own but over there in the little nook, the little corner. Or I might just, I want to coordinate with Victaru and see what he's going to do, and see if I could arrange with him with my new schedule, and see if I could get like a day so that I could just go and get this sort of thing set up. If it looks as though, Victaru and I winged it basically the last time, and I think that's what we'll do this time again. We're just sit on a couch, talk for a couple of hours about all those games and just record it. And you know, I'm totally just convinced. I'm convinced that this should happen. I mean, it is. He had fun the last time we did this. He was the one that kept bringing it up, and I'm almost convinced that he would definitely do it. Faith is kind of sort of weird that way because you know, the schedule change of my job, you know, it's gonna come as a effect of next week, and E3 fell on the week that my very last current week of this schedule was. If it had been next week and then the week afterwards, I don't think I would have had any problems coordinating with him to do it on a Sunday, but you know, whatever. But anyway, guys, that's it. I'm going to go ahead and just put this to rest. I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to wake up tomorrow early so that I can catch this briefing from Nintendo, and hopefully Nintendo will not bury themselves dead finally. I mean, just want to close this video out with one more thing. It almost seems like they weren't even there. Seriously, everyone today, the buzz from yesterday and today, it seems like it's either Microsoft or Sony. Nintendo isn't even a thought. They are not worried about them at all. And why should they be? They really don't. I mean, their current console is in a current generation, and today is the start of a new generation. They are not only late for the party, I think they received the prom date invitations like a year or two ago, and then all of a sudden now they decided to show up to the prom. But now that you're here, you got to show us what you got, Nintendo. So come on, man. Give us something. Give me something. Give me something. So anyway, I am going to be very last time I also did a vlog itself for Nintendo's conference. So maybe I'll do that also as well. So, but we'll see. So catch up on that. So that's it. I'm gonna just go ahead and put this little baby to rest. And if you guys want to comment on stuff that you guys liked the most about the first day in E3, and maybe stuff that you're looking forward to for later today, you can comment below. And you guys have a great night, and thank you for watching. Peace out.